Hi there, this is Roger in Finland, and today, talking about the mistakes that we made in Just Waiting for Friday, we're gonna cover sound. Let me quickly explain how we try to record the audio and then I can go into the problems. As main source, we've been using the Zoom F1 with a shotgun microphone, and this I was placing it into a GorillaPod and then sticking it wherever we need it. One really good thing of the Zoom F1 is that it's a recorder on itself, so it doesn't need to be plugged into the camera, so I can place it as far away as I want, but this also means that if I don't turn it on, I will not have any audio, or any usable audio. And guess what, it happened at least 3 times. Because I know that sometimes I forget things, I was using always a small shotgun microphone, the Rode VideoMicro, on top of the camera, either the GH5 or the A7, and that was giving some scratch audio. And for those times that I forgot to turn this on, the audio was okay enough to get away with. And that's my story and I'm sticking to it. This is a shotgun microphone and as such is very directional, which means that sometimes we had some issues to where it was exactly pointing. For example, in this scene, the microphone ended up pointing at her, so we got very nice crisp audio from her, but then his dialogue lines were a lot less level than hers.
Hey, see you on Friday.
Oh, yeah, see you.
Hey, but wait, didn't the spring start 2 days ago?
Yeah, even that senior guy back there is rolling thumbs and waiting. Just saying.
So how I fixed that was basically to bring up his level, lower hers a little bit, but then what we do have, even if the speech is in the same volume, we have a lot difference in noise. So the background noise is a lot more audible for him than it is for her. I thought that maybe I could add background noise to her to make it sound more even, but to be honest, I did run out of time and this was on the low list priority of to-do list. It wasn't a maybe, it's a nice to have, so if you don't have anything else to do, and that was really not the case. Another issue I had with this one, it isn't small, but because it's black, it kind of hides itself. So in a couple of the shots, the microphone made it into the shot, of course. The way to go around it this time was that thankfully we did shoot in 4K, so I could crop afterwards and deliver in Full HD, which was the plan anyway, so some cropping took the microphone away. So sometimes I had the microphone mounted on top of one of the handles of the gimbal, because I was moving quite a lot and I was always facing the talent when they were actually speaking, so that was a good place for it to be out of the frame. If I was using a bit too wide angle lens, this was in the shot, so I had to tighten it a little bit, but not too much so. Good thing that one we didn't notice. Because this is an external recorder, then we had to synchronize afterwards. I was counting on the automatic synchronization in Resolve, which works really well. And because I don't have any fancy timecode machine to synchronize these things, what I did was to manually synchronize the timers or the clocks of the 2 cameras in this device, so that at least when I could look at the list of files in Resolve, I could easily pick ones which I should be synchronizing somewhat manually, but then Resolve did the work for me. The problem was that when I set the date for this device, I did set it for 2020 instead of 2018, which means that all these files looked a lot newer to the computer and then they were not ordered properly and I had a lot more my own. That happened once, that happened in the very first day of shooting, which means that it had 3 days to do it better, and we did. Another problem we had with the audio was some challenging locations. There is this one scene that happens in the garage. We had about 5 minutes to shoot it, there was a lot of more things to do during that day, so we went just downstairs with the one monopod, camera on top of it, the small VideoMicro on top of the camera board, and just hope for the best.
I think I might need some help with this.
What happened in reality is that the garage is super noisy, the dialogue was almost not audible at all, and actually the one thing that made it into the sound recorded was the one that I didn't want there, the footsteps of the guy that appears and disappears. Disappearing, the footsteps should not be there. So what we did was we did record his line separately using the H1N that I'm recording myself right now as well, and then just put it on top. I did record as well the sound of the keys to give it a little bit more life to the shot, and then I went to the garage and I recorded 1 minute of ambient noise to put it below because it feels a little bit more real. In the end, actually, I think that it's one of the scenes that sounds the best because this H1N in an okay setup with somebody just talking to it sounds very good, and we got away with it.
I think I might need some help with this.
And last but not least, I'm not gonna count it as a mistake, but the funniest thing that happened with the sound was when last but not least, not a mistake but probably the funniest thing that happened related to sound was when one of our producers and actresses got super excited in the scene in the sofa and just hit the microphone with the pillow and the microphone fell off. Everything was okay, we did not need sound for that one, it's just for the credits, the music on top, the microphone survived, the recorder survived, everything is good, but it was fun as hell to lift. Alright, now that I'm doing an audio mistakes related video, what I'm most worried about is that will the video sound okay. That's why I'm overdoing this. I have the Zoom H1n in front of me, I have this lavalier here going to the camera straight, so I hope that one of the two sources, or at least the combination of them, will sound okay. If I make this video talking about audio mistakes and I sound horrible, that sucks. Alright, I hope you liked the video. If so, please subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you soon for some more mistakes.
And one of these days I'ma let you in.